But
Okay? You are
I
not
understand that.
acting your age.
I understand that, Darth. What you're doing
Good.
in this conversation
Now,
is that
now, shut up.
you are
Okay.
forcing me.
Do you want me to kick you?
Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Preacher. You know Preacher? The
No,
He's like a guy in this server. I don't
no.
know. I was talking about religion with him, and he suggested I come here and talk to Darth Dawkins.
Well, I'm Darth Dawkins. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever.
Good afternoon, or it's good evening for me, but
Are you an atheist?
I am, yes.
You tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. Um, I don't know. I'd say the majority of my beliefs are founded in things which are able to be empirically proven. I believe in science and data, and yeah.
That's not atheism, sir.
No, 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 no. I understand. I wouldn't even say I'm purely atheist. I would say that
Yeah, okay. Is
I,
English your first language?
yes.
Okay. Listen to the question. Tell us about your atheism.
I'd, let me just correct that. Yeah, in the sense that I don't think that I'm fully atheist. I'd say I'm almost agnostic because I find it hard to believe that we come from purely nothing. But I'm
Okay.
also,
Okay.
I'd say I believe that I
Do you
don't.
believe do you
Yeah.
believe okay. Do you believe that it is necessary to reference God as the necessary precondition for facts?
To reference God for the precondition for facts.
Do you believe that it is necessary to
Yeah.
reference God as creator, eternal creator, as
No.
the necessary precondition of facts?
No.
Good. Then you deny the existence of God. You're an
Correct.
atheist.
Well, I
Good.
don't. I
So,
don't
so,
deny.
so,
I deny the
so
existence
your
of.
position. Listen. So
Hey.
you've made it very
Okay. Okay.
clear. I
Relax.
asked you a
I'm
very
here for a
please,
conversation. If you're going to be
please.
if you're going to be condescending,
I am relaxed. I am relaxed.
yeah, you're
Okay.
condescending now.
Okay. Okay. No, I'm actually very straightforward and assertive. Okay.
Well, don't
You
whistle,
need
please.
to.
Thank you.
You need to have a little bit thicker skin.
No, I mean,
Now,
what I expected was to come here to have a respectful conversation. If
good.
you're
I am
gonna,
being respectful. Okay. Now
okay,
listen.
if you say so.
Okay. I asked you a question. Do you believe it is necessary to reference God as the necessary precondition of facts? You said no.
No,
So what that entails is then God does not exist.
that the God that you referring to, like
I
the
didn't
God that
refer to I know.
the God that any scripture that man has written
Okay,
or created, I don't
listen.
believe in anything
You
like that. I
you
do
need
believe in
to
a higher power, or
you
potentially believe
need
in a higher power.
yeah, that's called electricity. It runs through the wires above your house. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
higher power.
that's not what
Listen
I'm
very
talking
care.
about.
Listen very carefully. This is the problem I run in when I deal with atheists. They
Hmm.
don't remain focused of what their interlocutor says. They just keep going back to the atheist scripts, cliches, and catchphrases. Okay.
Okay.
Now, you believe that it is not necessary to reference God. Now,
Hmm.
in a world, remember we talk about God, okay, vis-a-vis atheism, God is defined for the sake of the conversation as the eternal creator who is the source and basis of all possibility and impossibility. Okay. So God would be the basis of all temporal facts,
Hmm.
definitionally. Okay. Now, I ask you, do you believe it is necessary to invoke or reference God as the necessary precondition for any facts? You said no.
No.
Now, God as defined as creator cannot exist conceptually and coexist with any temporal fact that doesn't reference him. So
Yes.
if you invoke a temporal fact,
Yes.
whereupon you believe it does not necessitate referencing God, then you, in effect, indirectly and implicitly deny God, whether you realize it or whether you want to admit it.
Which God?
Okay. Again,
Which God? Which God from which religion?
what you just verbalized is another atheist cliche.
I am
Okay,
asking
it's
you a
called. Okay,
question.
I want you to focus on my words. Okay.
Darth.
Okay.
I
Listen to me
listen.
carefully.
I've respectfully
Listen to
listened.
me carefully.
Darth.
Listen to
Oh
me
my God.
carefully. Listen to
Mm.
me carefully. This is my room. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I'm
You're not
old
open
enough.
you're not open for, like, a
I
normal
Okay,
conversation, or do
okay.
you need
I
to
am
be
trying to have a
having a
normal
monologue?
conversation. Listen to me
Right, so
carefully.
I'm responding with a
Listen to
question.
me
If you could answer my
carefully.
question, I
Listen,
appreciate that.
listen,
Which God are
okay,
you referring
listen
to?
to
From
me.
which religion?
Listen to me. Okay. You need to stop and listen for a second. You see, that you are
I've
doing
been listening.
precisely, okay. No, you're not. You are doing precisely what most atheists do. You're running your mouth off and you're not listening. You're not
Okay.
focusing. You
Okay.
need to focus on what I'm saying to you. Listen
I'm
carefully.
focusing on what you're
When
saying.
you're not focusing,
I'm
because
now
what you're
focusing
doing
on what
is
you're saying.
you okay, you know you're not focusing, you keep on over talking me. Okay? You are
Okay,
not acting like an adult. You are acting like a defiant child.
that's
Okay?
fine. Go on.
Okay, now listen and focus, okay? When I say things, okay, I don't say them as merely willy-nilly retorts. They're very carefully crafted and
Mhm.
surgically precise responses. Now,
Yes.
your responses to me have been classic knee-jerk atheist cliches. Okay.
Right.
I did not say anything to you about my model of reality, did I?
Okay. You
Did
didn't.
I?
You didn't.
No. Okay, good. So when you say which God, what you're doing is, because you're uncomfortable with the line of questioning that I'm giving to you, which is fair and reasonable,
I'm
okay?
not.
Your only recourse is to reach into your grab bag of atheist cliches and catchphrases, which you have done. Every response that you have given me, with few exceptions, have been an atheist catchphrase.
Mhm.
Okay. Now,
I
how
haven't I
do I
haven't
know
been
that?
able I haven't been
How do
able
I
to I haven't
how
been
do I
able
know
to
this? I'm going to let you
Darth,
speak
is this a
momentarily.
monologue? Okay, go
I'm
on.
going to let you speak momentarily. No, actually, what this is we like to interact with atheists, and this is partly a teaching opportunity for other believers and unbelievers in here. I'm going to let you
I'm
speak momentarily. Okay.
I'm
Now,
interested. Yes.
listen carefully, right? What you are doing in your responses to me when I pointed out to you that your position necessarily entails the denial of God, whether you admit it or not. You are obfuscating that point. You haven't directly responded to it, and you verbalized an atheist cliche as a diversionary response.
Okay.
Okay. Now, your position necessarily entails the denial of God. Are we clear on that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, how is it that God doesn't exist?
Now, I'm just gonna respond to something you were saying earlier. I'm not. It's not
No,
even a
no, no.
response. It's
You
a
can respond to that later. I want you to
que-
respond to the
Listen,
question.
listen. I understand.
Again,
I've
no,
got
I'm
a
I'm gonna
question,
I'm going to mute you.
Darth.
Okay?
There's
Listen carefully. Okay,
okay.
you're forcing me now to server mute you. Okay? Now, I'm gonna unmute you. Now
Mhm.
listen carefully. Okay? Whatever you have on your mind right now, if you want to discuss that, we can discuss that momentarily. Okay? Now, I will repeat the question again. How is it that God doesn't exist?
There is zero empirical evidence to suggest God exists.
Okay. That was another atheist knee-jerk cliche catchphrase. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you could not make such a statement and instantiate it unless you first determine God does not exist.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you agree with that statement?
So you can't make the statement that there's zero empirical evidence for God
Okay.
existence
Do you,
without.
do you need me to repeat it? Repeat it?
Yeah, please, please.
Okay. You could not stipulate and instantiate
Hmm.
that there's no evidence for God unless you first determine that God doesn't exist.
Right, but surely if
Do you
you're
agree with that?
testing, if you're
Do you
testing for
agree with
any.
do you agree with that?
Right, I don't think I can have this conversation with you. I'm sorry,
No,
but
what you're
look,
doing is
I've made the
what I'm
effort. I've
doing
made the effort.
what I'm
I'm
doing,
really
I know
trying,
you
Darth.
made the
Darth.
effort. This is what you atheists do.
Look,
What you're doing
that's
is
not me. I'm
what you're
sorry.
doing is it's called verbal obfuscation. Now,
Okay.
I ask you a direct question, and what you're doing is this is what every most atheists do. Okay, they respond like they're responding to what you're saying, but you're responding to me on a semi-related rabbit trail. Listen carefully. I will repeat the statement again. You could
Darth,
only
Darth,
stipulate
I'm
and
not going to
defend.
answer your
Okay.
statement. I'm
Okay,
just going to
then leave.
say,
Then leave. Then
Darth,
leave.
before you shout at
Then
me,
leave.
Darth,
Okay, I'm going to server mute you. Okay, you're not getting this. You don't even sound like you're old, like you say you are, that you're in your late 20s. Now listen carefully. I'm going to unmute you. Okay. I don't want to have to mute you. Don't overtalk me.
I've
I
never
will
said I was
repeat
in
the
my late
statement.
20s.
Stop over 20. How old are you?
Never said I was over 20. I'm
How old
19.
are you? Okay.
I'm
You would
19.
then if you're a 19-year-old man old enough to fight world, stop talking to me like you're 14.
That's fine. I will stop. But
Okay? You are
I
not
understand that.
acting your age.
I understand that, Darth. What you're doing in
Good.
this conversation
Now,
is that you are
now,
forcing
shut
me. You
up.
are
Okay.
forcing me.
Do you want me to kick you?
If you
Is
want
that
to
what
kick
you
me,
want?
go ahead. I'm sorry
Okay,
about that, but
listen to me
I'm interested
carefully.
about learning. I'm
Okay, okay,
interested about
listen,
learning
listen to
your
no, I
views.
want to ask
But
you a question. I'm going to ask you a question
yeah,
that is unrelated. It is for my own personal satisfaction. Okay,
go
it
on.
is not to throw you under the bus. Okay,
Yeah.
are you?
So you
Okay,
can go off
you,
topic, but you can't?
do you smoke pot?
No.
Okay, then you are not focusing. You are doing typically what every atheist does. Now listen carefully.
Right.
I will repeat the statement. Do not overtalk me while I'm speaking. Now, the reason why I interject is because atheists respond with non sequiturs. Do you know what a non sequitur is?
No.
A non sequitur is something that doesn't follow from what is being discussed. It
Right.
may be a semi related rabbit trail, but it's a non sequitur.
Hmm.
Now, I will repeat the
False
statement again.
analogy.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about. It's not a false analogy. Now, if you're going to heckle, you're going to get muted. Okay. Now, well, I'm going to make a statement. You need to listen, you need to focus, and then you need to respond specifically to what I say, not a semi related rabbit trail. Now,
Go on.
you could not assert, okay, stipulate and
False.
defend. There's no,
You made the
okay,
point
you're
earlier.
bye bye, you're done. He's removed from the room. Okay. 19 years old, going on 14.
I'm listening. You made the point, and I was.
No, I kicked you out of the room. Now, are you going to behave yourself?
I
Or do
understand the
I
point.
or do I have to kick you from the server?
I'm doing what you're saying, Darth.
Okay. No,
I'm
you're not.
literally.
Okay. Okay. Overtalk me again and I'll ban you from the server.
Okay.
Do it again. To
Okay.
overtalk me again. Okay, you did it. Bye-bye. You're done.
What?
Okay. Okay. 19 going on 14.